So Anona reached out to sponsor this video and do a product unboxing and demo of their Aurora security camera set. Now, before I get too far into this, I know my audience, I'm going to save you a little bit of time. If I scroll down to their frequently asked questions, does it support a NAS? It does not. So if you are wanting to set this up in something like Frigate, Blue Iris, etc., this is not going to be the camera for you. And kind of the same thing goes with like the Reolink camera, for example. That doesn't really work well at all. And it's because these are battery and solar powered cameras. So with how their power consumption and battery conservation works, it's not going to be able to give that stream of a feed to a NAS 24/7 that we need. But if you're somebody who wants a simple, easy to use, compact solar powered camera with a 4K resolution, a pretty decent feature set, keep watching. Another thing to note, this thing doesn't have an SD card slot. It actually has a built-in 32 gigabytes of eMMC flash storage, so you won't really need to worry about that. So while I kind of unbox this thing, I'm going to highlight some more of the features. It has on-device AI detection. It supports color night vision, which is very nice. The camera itself is pretty small, but it has a 10,000 milliamp battery, so it's majority battery. Nice little pamphlet here. Customer service card. One of the protected by stickers so you can advertise that people are being recorded. Mounting template sticker. And then, of course, our setup and user manual. The solar panel, which has a really long cord, is a 4.8 watt solar panel, which is more than sufficient to charge this and keep it running forever, basically. Forever, as long as there's sunlight. You can see the packaging's pretty nice, very well organized. On this side here, we have our little bracket for mounting the solar panel, some additional hardware. We have the hardware and USB-C for the actual camera, and then of course we have the camera. And it is a rather pretty device we got here. Oh, that's nice. You can pop off the mounting bracket, so if you need to take it down without having to unscrew anything, you can. Please remove before use. So let's do it. Oh, the actual camera here is a starlight sensor. Here on the side we do have spotlight LEDs, which we will be testing, and the aperture is f1.2. It does have 24/7 always on video, so you are able to do time lapses with it, which then you may be asking, why can't you have 24/7 feed to a NAS? And a lot of the battery drain comes from actual network connectivity on here and transferring the data over the network. With the 10,000 hour milliamp battery, it does support, at least they advertise, up to 180 days per charge. That is way too long for me to be able to test out. And that is paired with their solar panel with at least 2 hours of sunlight exposure. So if you're getting that 2 hours of exposure, you should only have to manually take this down and charge it twice a year. This is IP67 rated, so if there's a downpour on it, it shouldn't be a problem at all. It does have smart home capability with Alexa and Google Home. In addition to the spotlight, it also has a siren, so you can scare off some people if you see them somewhere they shouldn't be. And it does support two-way audio through their application. You have customized motion zones, and I'll leave a link down below to their website so you can actually see all these specifications. Now, so let's get it installed, and installation is pretty simple. You just unscrew this base to expose the screw holes, screw it to where you want it to be, whether if you're just using straight screws into wood or the little drywall anchors that it comes with. Same scenario with the solar panel, and you're good to go. So now let's actually set it up in the app. You missed it, but when it first powered on, it sounded like kind of like a PlayStation 2 startup noise. And it said it's waiting for connection, so...
Waiting for connection.
Hold on. So let's grab that. We are in the good old US of A at the moment.
Waiting for connection. Connect failed.
Ah, no, I'm too slow with it. I have to create an account. So there we go. Let's sign in now. All right, so let's restart this, see if it makes that sound again. Yeah, kinda.
Waiting for connection.
Add device. We are going to add the Aurora camera. The button's right there, if you were wondering. Confirmed. Next. Searching for
Waiting
devices.
for connection.
Hey, it found it. Boop. So it's doing what it needs to do. And there we go. Easy peasy. Got to set up our Wi-Fi.
Waiting for connection.
There we go. And connect.
Connecting. Please wait.
I will. There we go. This is not going to be a camera that I use too often because, again, it's not connected to my NVR. So this is going to be Doghouse. my little dog monitor when I actually have her out there. So this, I believe, is just a little kind of walkthrough guide, just some little tips and tricks to have a decent experience. So information on the angle and how high it should be installed off the ground, solar panel positioning, power connection, and there we go. Hey, will you look at that? It is pretty responsive and the quality looks pretty good. Okay. New firmware version, we'll update it. So I'm gonna let this update, I'm gonna go install it somewhere, and then we'll run through all of our various tests and whatnot. So, boop, there we go.
Please wait.
It's yelling at me. And I actually had it outside, but I did bring it in. You can see my hand kind of shaking about there, just so I could show you some of the features in the app. So we do have a place to grab a screenshot clip. We have this auto button, so we can set what resolution we want it to stream at. And then we have the spotlight, so boom, pretty bright. And then we have audio right here, so if I hit this, I'll be able to hear through the camera what I'm saying, but I don't want feedback, so let's avoid that. And then right here we have the alarm, so let's go ahead and sound it. Alright, stop that. The little phone is our voice to talk, so now if I go down to replay, this is where we can see time lapses and timeline of everything that's been going on. So if I skip on to over here, for example, give it a sec to load up, we could see this is from earlier when I was kind of testing out the motion areas. Now if I go back down here, we have storage management. So this right here allows us to go through all the various video clips that are currently on the camera and actually download them. We can filter them out by the event type, so on and so forth. Go back here. We have our audio and video settings, so like default recording quality, privacy zones. We can enable that always on recording, so that will enable us to do time lapses. And then if I go back, we can go to smart detection and customize some of the settings there. We have device sharing, so we can share it out to other people that may be in our household. And then right here under other settings, this is some basic stuff. We have our time zone name, third-party access, and some of the helper stuff that we saw when we set it up. So that is the app. It's pretty simple. We see some event distribution here, packages, people. This is all within the last about hour or so. And we have today's events. We have 20 people, 18 packages, because I had it downstairs kind of moving it around and there's boxes everywhere, so it thinks there's a bunch of stuff being delivered. If we go over here to the time frame and then maybe go back to yesterday, we can see the events this way as well. Go back to the 9th, there's a lot more going on this day. And then lastly, if I go over here, this is my account. So I could access the updates, their store, my shared, things like that. Now when it comes to the actual picture quality of this camera, I am pretty impressed. Night vision, like any other camera, isn't necessarily the best, but having color night vision is really cool. So like, for example, earlier in this video, you saw the little clip of me holding up the license plate and the color showed up very well. And it's pretty clear for the light that's in the background from the neighbor's yard. Kind of washes it out a bit and you could still make out what the numbers are on that license plate.
It's not all.
And then daytime footage is really clear, really sharp. You can see here an example, and I'll go ahead and zoom into the grass so you can kind of see some of the detail that we're getting off of there. Overall, I am rather impressed with this camera. I am happy they sent it over to partner up. And if you are interested in picking up this camera, do check out the link down below. Right now on Amazon, you can see it's $149. There is a $40 off coupon, but if you use the code TechHut10, it will switch it to a $55 coupon, making it an even better deal. And if you use the code Aurora10 on their website, you get a similar deal. And all that information is going to be down below. And I'll also link down below to some other videos that are in this same kind of realm, including my open source frigate setup that you may be interested in checking out. And with all that, I do hope you have an absolutely beautiful day, and goodbye.